In December 2024, the heart of Ghana opened its arms to a young global changemaker, Kael, a student ambassador of SmartKids Ghana. Touching down at Kotoka International Airport, he carried more than luggage. He carried purpose, hope, and a mission to change lives. Waiting at arrivals was none other than Emma T. Okofo, the phenomenal founder and executive director of SmartKids Ghana, flanked by a passionate team, ready not just to welcome Kael, but to walk with him in making history. At that moment, SmartKids Ghana was still deep in its campaign to raise $26,000 for an organizational van, a vital lifeline to reach children in remote villages. Although the goal had not yet been met, this team spared no effort. A private four-wheel drive was rented to ensure Kael's travels would be smooth, safe, and efficient. But Kael's journey of impact had begun long before his plane landed. From his home country, he had already been at work, raising funds to purchase 4 brand new laptops for SmartKids Ghana. These were not just machines, they were keys to unlock knowledge, creativity, and new dreams for Ghanaian children. And he didn't stop there. Kael also joined the push to raise funds for the van, determined to strengthen the organization's ability to reach more communities. After a heartfelt welcome, Kael was checked into a 5-star hotel, a place to rest after his long journey. Morning came with the warm aroma of breakfast at Starbite restaurant, where he tasted both local favorite. He was tired, yes, but his eyes were bright, his heart steady, and his spirit ready for what was ready to come. The very next day, Kael sat with the team and shared his story, how he had discovered SmartKids Ghana through Emma, and why its mission resonated so deeply with him.
So the way I found out about SmartKids Ghana is I was attending a Harvard Medical School med science program when Emma, who was teaching a curriculum there, talked about her nonprofit organization, and that's how I heard about it. And I was very fascinated by what they were doing, and I wanted to help out and contribute as much as I could.
The bond was instant, the vision shared, the fire mutual. Then came one of the most unforgettable moments of his trip, a journey to Dzogborve, a remote village in Ghana's Volta region. At 10 a.m., they set off from Accra. By 3 p.m., they arrived to find the entire village gathered on the community school field. Kael was led into the place of His Royal Majesty Dzogborve Wisdom Esaase, where an extraordinary conversation unfolded. The gift of over 5 acres of land dedicated to building an ultra-modern library for the children. When the news reached the villagers, the field erupted. Cheers, laughter, and tears of joy. This wasn't just about a promise of building. It was the promise of opportunity, education, and a brighter tomorrow. But Kael's mission did not stop there. From Volta, he took a flight to Kumasi, ready to visit Esaase Primary School, a rural community eager to meet him. Then, a challenge, a 3-hour transportation delay. The children waited, the clock ticked, the sun began to sink. Yet Kael's determination never wavered. He knew they were waiting, and he knew he would get to them, no matter the delay. Finally, he arrived. The gates opened to songs and radiant smiles. Inside, the laptops he had brought were ready, screens glowing with possibility. Kael's biology lesson was more than education.
So, a good way to look at the structure of a cell is by looking at a house. So, when you have a house, you have the outside wall, which gives you protection and a barrier. And you have inside, you have rooms. And rooms, they all serve a purpose.
It was connection. The children didn't just hear the words, they felt them. They laughed, they asked questions, they understood. Even now, they recall what he taught with joy.
So by coming to Ghana, I learned many new things and realized the things that I take for granted. Being an American, I've always kind of viewed what I had as the bare minimum. I didn't think I I had more or less than other people, and I always thought I was just I was there. But after seeing what I've seen on this trip, my eyes have opened drastically to the world that we actually live in, and that not everyone has the opportunities that I have, and not everyone has socks or shoes. Some of these people are struggling just to put food on the table every night, almost every week. People are living in families of 9 people are staying in 1-bedroom homes, which is just, it's mind-blowing to me. And the things that I've taken for granted in America, that these kids do not get to see every day, it's truly sad. And I think we all should work to provide these kids a greater upcoming than what they're currently experiencing in their current situations. We're also looking for transit. So an issue that we ran into even today is we got to do long distance travel sometimes. So at the start of the week, we traveled to the North Tonga region, the Volta region, which I was talking about for the Learning Center. And that was roughly almost a 3-hour drive, and we have to rent vehicles and stuff. And over time, that's building up prices. So right behind the faculties and the administration's paychecks, the second most expensive thing that we're paying towards is transit and vehicles. So by your guys' help in gaining more money and donations, we're gonna be able to afford vehicles allowing for easier transportation, and we can also cut costs to help more of the wonderful students behind me and help them gain their education rather than spending it all on rental vehicles. So if you guys would be willing to donate anything at all, that would be truly appreciated. Thank you.
In Kumasi, Kael also stepped into history, visiting the Ashanti Kingdom's Palace Museum, soaking in the arts, the stories, and the legacy of a proud people. When it was time to leave, Kael carried home more than memories. He carried the laughter of children, the gratitude of villages, and the unshakable resolve to return. He left with the promise to help complete the van to support the transport and to help finish the Dzogborve library, to keep raising support and to keep building hope. Kael came to Ghana to make an impact. He left as part of a family committed to changing lives, one child, one village, and one dream at a time.